Is sponsored by Wintrust, Chicago's bank.
He says a troubled childhood led him to a 10-year stint in prison. Determined never to go back again, he's dedicated his life's work to keeping Chicago's youth on the straight and narrow. Chris Patterson, he's one of Chicago's very own.
I appreciate your support.
Chris Patterson has devoted the last 10 years of his life to inner city youth in an effort to combat violence.
So when I'm talking to someone, it's about, I want you to live vicariously through me. You don't have to go to prison in order to turn your life around.
Patterson grew up in Cabrini Green and says he had a troubled home life. He was convicted at 24 years old of bank robbery and served 10 years in federal prison in Colorado. When he got out, he vowed never to return to that life. He immediately turned his focus to helping others.
And it wasn't because I was afraid of prison, I just understood my worth. You know, I understood I had more to contribute.
And today he's doing more than his fair share of contributing. He's the Senior Director of Programs and Policy with the Institute for Nonviolence. The organization serves the Austin, West Garfield Park, and Back of the Yards neighborhoods. Its mission? To break the cycle of violence and get to the root of the problem.
A lot of the work that we're doing, it feels like sometimes putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, and without addressing the root cause of why they have a gun in their hand in the first place, why they're on the street corner selling drugs. If we don't address those components, we're chasing our tail.
The past several weeks have been particularly hard for Patterson and his team. After a string of deadly shootings in Chicago that included young children, the Institute created this pop-up event showing support by distributing care kits and food.
Today is a message to the community that we're standing side by side, and that's our way of protesting violence.
Patterson says while 2020 has been deadly, in the years prior, Austin experienced a 50% reduction in crime.
Over the last 4 years, we've touched more than 400 people just in the community. And we're talking about males and females, 16 to 24 typically, and those who are at risk of either shooting someone or being shot.
The proof of his success can be seen in his staff. About 90% of the employees have either been in prison or are former gang members. Kewan Scott says he was heading down a dark path until Patterson's repeated outreach and sincerity won him over.
Them words there let me know I have a sense of support behind me, because a lot of guys in the streets right now, we don't have support behind us. And if we have somebody that take the time out of their day to actually take into you, then that means something to a person genuinely.
Patterson says there are plenty of obstacles like poverty and high unemployment rates.
Unfortunately, for so many young black men in cities like Chicago, going to prison is almost a rite of passage, and it's almost like a stop that you have to make because you anticipate that.
His prison experience helps him to relate to these young men. It brings a level of understanding that most people are redeemable.
If you give a person a passion, if you help them find and navigate their course of life, people rise to the occasion.
Chris Patterson, he's one of Chicago's very own. And the Institute for Nonviolence partners with 14 other outreach programs throughout Chicago, all spreading a message of peace.
Perfect.